Hey, Coach, we traveled to Texas A&M. You get a chance to see a team for the second time this season. Has that changed or impacted your prep at all?
Well, I don't think either ball club felt like they played very well. First time around when Texas A&M came to Bud Walton, I don't think Gary felt like his team played well, and I don't think my team played very well. So I think we're both better ball clubs now than we were a little over a month ago. Huge opportunity for us to get our 5th win in conference play. This is a huge week for us. We got it started off great with a win against Georgia. Now all of our attention is on the Aggies. So they're deservingly of a top 20 ranking right now. They're going to be in the NCAA tournament. It'll be a huge resume win for us, but it's not going to be easy. They're very well coached. Gary's been at it for 40-something years. He knows exactly what he's doing. We're going to get their best shot down there. So as always, we go on the road. They're going to pack their uniforms here in about 30 minutes before we head to the airplane, and they're going to make sure they pack their defense and their rebounding, because if we don't do that, we're not going to have a chance in the ball game. And if we do that, then we're going to have a chance.
Defensive rebounding has been very good for us so far this season. Yeah. What do you think the key to that is as you move forward?
Yeah, I'm very proud of the fact that the first time since we've been in the SEC that we've held 3 straight conference opponents below 50 points. That's not easy to do. And so I'm very proud of our effort there defensively. A&M is going to be a little bit of a stiffer test for us because they got kids that can make shots. They can jump up and make a lot of 17, 18-footers. They're good getting on the offensive glass. So if we can, if we could put together 4 games in a row of holding opponents under 50, I'd be a really happy head coach. But that's going to be a real challenge for us. But I think what it is right now, I think we're really communicating well on the defensive end, whether we're in our man or whether we're in our zone right now. We're doing a really good job of talking it out and talking the action and keeping the opponents off balance a little bit between our man and our zone. And we'll do the same thing. We'll try to do the same thing Thursday night at Texas A&M.
You've had pretty good balance offensively. Could you maybe talk about just a couple of the players and some of the key contributions they've made so far?
Yeah, I mean, we've all season long, we've really made an effort as a staff to have balanced scoring, and we've done that for the most part. I'm not sure if we still have 4 kids in double figures, but we're really, really close. We haven't had those long scoring droughts that kind of bothered us during the month of January. I think we're doing a better job of driving the ball, to be honest with you, and getting to the free throw line some. So all those things we're going to have to continue to do. We're still not the best shooting team in the league. I think we're still towards the bottom in conference play in terms of field goal percentage. So to have 4 wins and not to shoot the ball straight tells you that we do a lot of good things in other areas of the game. We don't turn it over very much. We defend our tails off and we rebound, and we're pretty tough. We stick together. I think we'll probably only have 8 players available again tomorrow night. So a short bench got shorter with Dee Dee still being bothered by a wrist injury. So we may have her, we may not. If not, we'll just roll with the 8 that we have and go from there. So we've had 2 good days of practices. We've cut back a little bit just because I think it's that time of the season where we want to be fresh. I'd rather be fresh and a little bit under-prepared than be over-prepared and be tired. And I think that's where we'll be tomorrow night.
Questions from anyone?
What is it, there's baby steps here. You get your first SEC win, then you get your first SEC win against a ranked team. What do you think it's done for the confidence of your players?
Yeah, I think, a couple of things have happened. We had a close ball game against Auburn with about 5 minutes to go, and we refused to lose that game. And our confidence from that point forward has really been good. We took that confidence on the road and got a road win at Alabama, and then we come back home and get a top 20 win on our home floor against Georgia. So our confidence level is high. And we have a fighting chance right now. There's a lot of teams across the country that, their only hope is their conference tournament. And we're not at that point right now. We feel like with 6 games to go that, if we could somehow win 3 or 4 of those games, we're going to be in good shape for, postseason play. We're driving right towards that right now. I don't know how realistic that is, but that's all we're thinking about right now. And if you don't have a confidence right now about where you are, then it's going to be hard to do that. So I think we're really together. Our hopes are up. We have a lot to play for. But it all starts on the defensive end of the floor for us. And I think any team that's built to win meaningful ball games in February or March, I don't care if it's on the men's side or the women's side or in high school ball, if you can't get back-to-back-to-back stops at some point in a ball game, it's hard to win meaningful ball games. And we take a lot of pride trying to get 3 stops in a row, 3 consecutive stops in a row. And if you can do that, then you're going to be in ball games no matter what part of the season that you're in. And we have the ability to do that. It gives us a lot of confidence.
Coach, you mentioned the possibility of making the NCAA tournament. Where would you have your team on Jimmy's jet right now?
Yeah, I got that question asked earlier in the week when I worked for ESPN. About this time of the year, I had Jimmy's jet, and I'd put teams in first class that were going to be the #1 seeds, and teams sitting by the back of the airplane by the restroom that were just barely getting in the tournament. And for me to project where Arkansas would be right now, where my team would be on that jet, we would be somewhere between the parking lot and trying to clear through security. We don't even have a boarding pass right now, but at least we have found the airport, and we're trying to work our way through all the other people that are in line trying to claim their seat on that plane. But we have a long ways to go. But at least we're at the airport. You know, a lot of teams right now they're at the bus terminal. They have no hope of getting on that jet. We still have some hope right now, but we got a lot of wins left in front of us if we're going to get there.